The Proxxon Industrial SlimLine 15-piece wrench set 23821. Is it German? No, it's made in Taiwan. So how does it compare to these other 10mm wrenches? So I have all 10mm wrenches out here. I've got a Vera, a Stanley, the Proxxon SlimLine, All-Trade, and a Master Grip. The Stanley is made in Taiwan. It's even marked Taiwan. The Proxxon wrenches, they are not marked in the country of manufacture. I had to email Proxxon. I emailed their United States sales link I got off the website, and then I also got an email from the European office. So both of those emails confirmed that this wrench set's made in Taiwan. How does it compare? Let's just check it out. So SlimLine, which is written in Comic Sans font. I don't know whose decision that was. SlimLine refers to the thickness of the wrench head. These are thinner than normal. It's about 7.5 mils thick on a 21mm wrench. So let's look at the 10mm wrenches. We'll start with the Vera Joker. That one is right around 5.5 mils, a little bit more than that. And that wrench is 160 mils long. The Stanley, made in Taiwan, which wrench head is a little over 6 mils thick. The length of the wrench is 160 millimeters. We'll come to the Proxxon. The wrench head is about 4.3 millimeters thick, and the length of the wrench of the 10mm wrench is 140 millimeters. The All-Trade, about 4.7 mils thick. It's about 120 millimeters long. And then this Master Grip, I don't know where this is made. That's 5.6, just about 5.7 mils thick. And that's a stubby. It's from a stubby set. So the Vera is 0.08 over. Proxxon is about 0.10. So that's about, Proxxon's about 0.08 over. That's the Stanley. And then the All-Trade. It's 0.2 over. So best to worst. So this is arranged in the order of finish, with the Vera being the best finish. And if we look here at the wrench head, you can see how nicely finished that is. You can see the finish there is about the same as the rest of the wrench. Proxxon finish is nice. The Proxxon is Taiwan, the Stanley is Taiwan, and then I've got this Pro Mark that's also Taiwan. And the finish on these three, the Stanley, the Pro Mark, and the Proxxon, are very similar, but the Proxxon is definitely better. So as far as wrenches coming out of Taiwan are concerned, the Proxxon is better than two other examples that I've had in my toolbox for a long time. And the Stanley, you know, if you can see the finish down on the wrench, and this Master Grip has actually got a really nice polish on it. This All-Trade, I'm pretty sure, is made in China, and it's the It's the worst quality wrench I have. Its finish is basically terrible. All right, so let's look at this end of it, just to be thorough. So we'll start with the Proxxon thin line. So that end is 7.28. This, of course, has a ratchet in it. 7.57. Just about 8 millimeters on the Stanley. Just under 7 millimeters on the Master Grip. So this end of the Proxxon isn't really any slimmer in respect to the box end. In fact, it's thicker than this one. So I would say the SlimLine characteristic doesn't really apply to the box end. So that's how it stacks up. The SlimLine can be advantageous in certain situations, and I will show you my application for the SlimLine. So here's the double nut that holds the tension on the throttle on my Kubota. This is the throttle, and these get loose, and then it doesn't hold the throttle position. So anyway, so what I had, so this was a Master Grip. And the problem I had was, okay, I could fit a wrench here, but I couldn't get a wrench in here. ProMark, it doesn't fit in here. In the Stanley, it doesn't fit on that top stop nut. And of course, then we've got the Proxxon SlimLine, much thinner profile, allows me to get onto that top nut there. So what are my opinions about the Proxxon SlimLine wrench set? I think it's a good set for the $30 that I paid for it. I paid almost $30 just for this Vera Joker wrench. So I think it's a good value. It's got all the sizes, 6 to 21. It's only missing size 20 millimeter. It's the best and the most complete wrench set in metric that I have. I only have a couple of these Veras. I think it's worth the 30 bucks. I definitely don't think it's worth $100. A $30 wrench set, absolutely. You know, if you find it around that price on the internet, I think it's a good value. And that's my mini review of the Proxxon Industrial SlimLine wrench set. Thank you for watching.